Welcome to the Daily Divine Feminine Astro Intuitive. I'm Hotep, the goddess astrologer and soul coach. We're going to share the screen and talk about this amazing conjunction today. Welcome to the Daily Divine Feminine Astro Intuitive. I am Hotep, the goddess astrologer and soul coach. We're going to talk about, I'm going to share my screen and get into the chart, and we're going to talk about this amazing conjunction leading up to the full moon, and so much is going on this week. So share my screen with you. We have this powerful thing happening here in Pisces right here with Jupiter and Neptune, and it's exact at 10:24 a.m. on April 12th, on Tuesday, this morning on the East Coast. So we've been leading up to this for a really long time. And so we've been feeling it. We've had these themes in our lives that we've been dealing with. And we've had these stories. We've had insights coming in. We've been turning in all directions on these things. Mercury passed over the spot. Mercury talked to Saturn and talked to Mars and talked to Venus and talked to Pluto. And so, Mercury is now past Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, our identity, our ego, and past the sun in Aries, this spiritual warrior going out to take aligned action on intuition and heart and on this soul, to be an agent of soul. And so Mercury has talked to everyone and gotten the information. So you've had, Mercury's the mind. So you've had, it's a messenger of the goddess. So you've had the downloads, the insights, the things coming up. Maybe you're on a cliff about to jump and go into what your heart's been calling you to do and longing for you to do. Maybe you're getting those insights and understandings. Maybe things are crystallizing and congealing. Maybe things are healing, and it's been a lot of healing that has come up that is passing through now. And so this conjunction is a rare conjunction. It's once every 166 years, and we haven't seen it since 1856, and it's very special. It's flooding all the spiritual energy into every part of our consciousness. So it will break up the concrete, like a flood will flow underneath the sidewalk and then break up the sidewalk and make it float, and then the concrete will break up. And so it does feel challenging at points, at moments. And so taking those moments and really going within and looking at them with the Scorpio, looking at them and asking what's called for us. When we misperceive what we're being asked to do, when the things arise within us, then we judge ourselves for needing more rest. This has been a time where you could have felt very sleepy over the last few days. We are leading up to a full moon. Full moons have a lot of powerful energy. So we're ramping up the energy, and we're already in Aries season. And so there's this energy. So are you listening to your feminine knowing inside that you need more sleep, or you need a great meal, or you need a bath, or you need a walk, or what you need more rest or more play? Like, what is it that you need? And are you listening to that to allow you to let all this soul energy, this deep spiritual energy, just flood every part of your consciousness and bring you forward? Venus and Pisces, it's this love of love, the real love story, the beautiful, the story of our lives, to live in this era, this time, to live in 5D. A lot of people just want to push and push and push and push and work hard and talk about responsibility and talk about all of these things. And it's like, that's not the feminine. That's not the divine feminine. That's the masculine energy. And we are called to be feminine, to be the light goddess, to be the way showers, to be the leaders, to be in the light, which means to stop living on the masculine driving and pushing and gotta do and gotta make happen energy, and really listen to the callings of your intuition, your heart, that you need. What's inside you that you're needing, that you're called to? What can you listen to? Because being in the mind with the cerebral energy of Aquarius, it's the higher mind, but the lower octave is too much thinking. And so being in the mind too much can really be the reason for it, is like trying to figure out, or trying to feel safe, or not facing the karmic fears and insecurities that are coming up. Face that. And Light Goddess Coaching, that's what we do. We use your chart so that you can get the downloads. I had an amazing session recently where someone was just in bliss. The Kundalini was rising, and they were just in such joy and realization. All the ducks were falling into place. All the things were just, all the dots were connecting, and all these things were making sense from their whole life were falling into place, because I use I use your chart, and I use your helio chart, your soul chart, and I also use your karmic chart for this earthbound life. And you get to know yourself through your chart. You get to know your blueprint. You get to know your path and your lessons, your karma and your whys, and you get to know deep compassion for yourself. And it makes things make sense. You understand why you feel the way you feel when you feel it, that it's not a problem. And you understand how it's best for you to handle certain situations because of where you have the moon, or what your Saturn is, or what your Jupiter likes to do, where you get luck and fortune. So this is very, very profound, powerful coaching. You can inquire about that and get into a goddess call on thegoddessastrologer.com. But this energy here, like the reason why we want to be in the mind often is because of needing safety or wanting to protect or wanting stimulation. It can just simply be stimulation, and we need to watch a funny movie, get stimulation in conscious ways, get stimulation in very like specific ways that are healthy, like looking for healthy ways to stimulate ourselves and our mind and our intellectual curiosities and learning and growing. If you've gotten off drugs or alcohol, there can be a huge swath of time after that where there's boredom, restlessness, and everything kind of has a gray sheen to it, where the verve of life has been kind of taken out. And so you have to go through that phase and move through that phase. And so it's also the same when you've shed a lot of the old ways you used to stimulate yourself that were very unhealthy, like going out all the time, or alcohol, or just these mundane world, prescriptions for fun that aren't really soul fun, that don't really feed our souls, that aren't very conscious. If you're moving into that more conscious life, it can take that time and that journey to do that. So South Node Scorpio can be psychologizing and very black and white. The reason why is because it has this need for simplicity, because Scorpio is intense and there's so much going on and such a deep need for merging. And so there's this desire for simplicity, for just to be simple. Can it just be simple? Can it not be so many layers I have to go through just to understand the situation that's happening right now and whether I'm good here or not? There's so many layers. And so it's like just this drive for simplicity, and it's okay to need that simplicity, but bring it in consciously. We have to realize that this world isn't black and white. It's not just this one way or all or nothing. That's not the truth of the world. The world's a paradox. There's so many shades of the rainbow going on within it all, and to know real wisdom, it's two disparate thoughts at the same time. So this is a powerful day. And when you're feeling the challenge, just go into deep surrender. And I'm going to pull some unicorn cards for this magical day that we've been leading up to all year. And we got love heals fear. And so it's really this beautiful way to approach the fears that are coming up, the challenges, the difficulty. That can you be in that place of love? And maybe it's only love for yourself. Maybe it's taking care of yourself. And by loving yourself, you're tending to your emotions and what they need. You're tending to your body and what it's asking you for. You're stop driving and pushing yourself, and sinking into the intuition that knows exactly what you need, that the projects we can't control when we get the projects done and where we're going and how we're doing. It's a very masculine way that we have to let go of how we think even our projects should go. And you'll know in the morning, I got this card, that sometimes we do need to sleep on it. Sometimes we need to let the mind go and say, the mind, I'm going to revisit that at another time. Right now, we're going to sink into this moment and this project and what we're working on. So it's to let go of the mind. I got the card very soon. So what you're asking for, the coming out of the birth canal, the phoenix rising from the ashes, like maybe you've been in the birth canal for a while and you're like, when am I going to pop out the other side of this? Like, holy fuck, when's the phoenix going to rise out of these ashes here? And you've just been in like this deep place of transformation. So very soon, and one step at a time to build, to keep seeing the blooming of our soul mission and connecting to more clients, helping more people, expanding and growing. It's just one step at a time, another step at a time, another step at a time. It's Taurus building. It is like really hot here today, and I moved from like 95 humid hot, and today it is like so hot. So I'm gonna go. I'm wishing you all a beautiful day. The Light Goddess podcast, the sun sign horoscopes are up for all 12 signs, and the Light Goddess podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. The links below. Please subscribe so more women can find this video. The podcast is daily. These videos are daily for you. Please share this with women you know, with people you know, to help more women find support and encouragement and to know their truth and their power. Also, Light Goddess is open. It's a divine feminine sisterhood. It is open. It's so amazing. And have full moon ceremonies. These are not like your average ceremonies that you've had just about the moon. It's actually about women and being who you be, and really getting to sit in sacred space in this non-judgmental place and connect deeply with other women. We're going to be doing connection calls so we can really utilize each other as a resource, the resource that we are, exchange our gifts, come together to move each other all forward on our soul missions. There's going to be astrology jams and dance jams, so much. It's only 44 for the rest of the year. All that's going on every single month. It's powerful. The link's below. I hope to see you there. I can't wait to get in there and to start connecting with all of you. So it was in the Facebook group, but I wanted to get out of the Facebook black hole, so it's moved to its own container. You'll have your own username and login. It's going to be really powerful. Can't wait to see you there. And if you want to book an astrology reading, you can do that at thegoddessastrologer.com.